People are talking about Winter potentially in JK's live stream. People are saying that a staff member has leaked the couple's relationship that JK might be involved in, as well as Winter potentially leaving her group schedule. So Dumplings, this is Dave Disci. Let's get into it. Many are very concerned for Winter's health, as she recently was announced to have an upset stomach during an upcoming schedule that the group had to do. They were supposed to appear on a talk show, eating show or something like that. I believe this was for Inkigayo's snack bar segment, and obviously since she had an upset stomach, this would not be something that she could do. I mean, she probably could have done an interview here and there and would have been fine, maybe hang on a little bit and get through the pain and still do it. But if you're going to eat something with an upset stomach, you're going to be throwing up the whole time. So me and of course everyone else are very glad that she took the time that she needed to get better. But an upset stomach is definitely not as big of an issue or deal, and typically you'll get over it within the next day or two. But a lot of the concerns of her health have come from several of her health concerns within the last few years. Of course, if you're someone who has recently just gotten into the group, and maybe you've gotten in through the dating rumors, or you're just someone who hasn't been fully aware of what's going on with her and her group, we will get into the very specific and very scary sort of health concerns that she has. In April 2024, she has been rushed to the ER to get surgery for her collapsed lung. I doubt this would have been an issue that would have been something that the Kpop training or the Kpop career gave her. I think this was just probably an issue that she had prior to this, maybe genetic. And then in May of 2024, she was believed to have been in the studio that caught on fire. Now, she wasn't believed to have been caught in the fire, but of course, considering her lungs are probably not as strong and she's in the vicinity of something that caught on fire, potentially breathing in the smoke or whatever, this is definitely a big concern, right? Is this going to cause any further issues for her in the future? It's sort of a give and take, I think, with the universe sometimes, right? It's really frustrating because I think a lot of people, really successful people specifically, have a lot of health issues that maybe just aren't known to everybody. And it feels like the moment you reach a certain level of money or success, it's like health issues sort of come out. And it might be because those health issues were dormant and the stress of needing to work all the time has exacerbated those things, or it could just be the natural thing that as you get older, problems start to come. I mean, this is pretty normal. There's very few and very rare cases in which people go through their entire career without any sort of health issues at all. But of course, it's most unsettling when we have cases like Winter, where she's very young and she definitely shouldn't be having these problems at such a young age. My personal theory is that back a long time ago, before modern medicine got to a point where we can all live past 30, I believe that 30 probably is, or maybe was, the natural timeline for when humans should no longer exist. And I think modern medicine has pushed it past to maybe like 70 or 80, but notice that after people get into their 30s and then continue, they start to get a little bit of some issues here and there, like back pain and that sort of stuff. Of course, this is not everybody, but I am in my 30s now, and I definitely have been able to feel some of those issues. People are talking about a recent joke that has just been absolutely hilarious, where people have been talking about how Jimin and JK during Are You Sure were walked into by a staff member. Now, what's being said online is alleged. I have not actually seen the show yet. No one has seen season 2 yet, so I can't say 100% this has happened. But I will say that a lot of the information that I'm getting has been really difficult for me to verify, because even if I go to Google or go to ChatGPT, the information from a lot of these AI videos that are talking about this are being brought up in the searches, and it doesn't make a lot of sense. A lot of people are taking moments in which JK broke down in June 2025 and relating it to the second season of Are You Sure? The second season of Are You Sure hasn't come out yet, so I don't know really fully where they're getting this information from. They're just making it up, right? The rumors suggest that JK was in a room after he had broken down during a concert, and Jimin came in to comfort him, and this was caught by a staff member who was recording him, and I guess posted onto Are You Sure Now. I'm not sure if this is being used as a dating rumor thing, as a way to feed into the shipping rumor, or if this is just a cute moment that people want to talk about. But regardless, it got fed into the internet via videos and AI content, and people are believing that this actually happened when there's no proof that Are You Sure even has a season 2 that is out yet. This is extremely problematic, and this is really scary if it's not true, because this is something that is being fed into the AI search bots that are being put into Google and all that stuff. And it's stuff that's not true. It's not a title, it's not a synopsis that is read wrong. It's an entire 15-minute long video that are making up stories about things that happened that don't make sense. To which you have the Google searches, you have ChatGPT reiterating these stories that make zero sense and that constantly contradict themselves throughout the whole video and the thing that they're talking about. They're referencing that JK had a meltdown in June 2025 about something that just happened in his live stream that he did a few days ago. So unless he's a time traveler, that obviously would not make any sense. These are the types of videos that are being fed into YouTube, Google, and these are the types of videos that are being fed into ChatGPT as well, that people are getting information from. So I say this genuinely, when you see these videos where it's just a person speaking or what sounds like a person, and then there's pictures that maybe are somewhat unrelated to what the person is talking about, you have to be wary of the type of content that you are consuming. There are definitely pages that do this accurately and are giving real stories, but so many of those pages have content that did not happen. This is now turned into apparently a joke within the shipping community, specifically the JK and Jimin community, and where now it's an inside joke. Not the AI stuff, but just what's happened now is an inside joke. So people are believing that it actually did happen and then using it as a way to create an inside joke within the community, which is fine, I guess, but it's probably something that didn't happen and doesn't fully make a lot of sense to me now. If it is something that happened, I would love for someone to send that to me, and I would love to see it. I could not find anything because in the general searches that I am finding, it is just filled with AI content that is surfacing to the top, and this is why sometimes I feel like my searches are kind of getting diluted or not accurately portrayed, because it's really difficult for me to find the actual story nowadays. It's being buried underneath so much BS, and I can't even tell what's real and what isn't. People recently are talking about how JK talked about winter during his recent live stream. He recently did a live stream for several days in which he played games and chatted with people, and during one of the streams he talked about wanting to eat some pizza, and about an hour or so prior to him saying this, apparently Winter ordered pizza. So the thought process here was that he saw their social media pages during the stream, maybe, and then realized he wanted pizza. But here's the thing. Karina also ordered pizza, so apparently he's dating her as well. Ordering pizza at the same time is a very weird thing to bring up. I mean, I quite literally just did that yesterday myself. I mean, everyone orders pizza. Everyone loves pizza. And it's very interesting to use that as a symbol of dating or some sort of interaction. People like to make these general assumptions. They'll kind of take one thing and that'll make a little bit of sense to fuel a dating rumor, and then they'll add a bunch of these things that don't make sense. But because that initial base was something that like kind of made sense, people are now going to believe any interaction is true. That's crazy. Mind you, the pizza that JK ordered was not the same pizza that Winter got. People were saying that this was a sign, like the pizza thing was a sign that she might have been with him and that he was potentially craving pizza because she had already ordered pizza and ate it or whatever, and they were just in the same room together. And then other people have said things like, why would he order pizza or say he wanted pizza if she had already ordered pizza and they potentially had already eaten together? So it also wouldn't make sense that, like, let's say he did order the exact same pizza that Winter ordered. If they were eating it together, but just like secretly eating it behind a live stream, why would she then post that pizza? Because then it's quite obvious that they ate the pizza together. So to me, none of this makes any sense, and it's quite clear that this literally didn't happen. They both ordered pizza from different parts of their area that they're in, maybe different times, and no relation together. They weren't hanging out or eating together. The fact that JK live streamed for so long and for so many days in a row should tell you that he's not doing what you think he's doing. I mean, it's quite obvious that if he were dating, he would not have had this time, nor would he want to sit on a live stream for that many days and hours, because he would want to spend time with the person that he likes. He instead is giving it to us. It's quite clear that he has nothing else to do and that he just wants to give us the time. I quite literally don't know what the problem is, and I don't know what people are upset about. But I'd love to hear what you think. Let me know what you think. Let me know your thoughts. Make sure you check out Patreon. I'll leave a link at the top of the description. Thank you so much for this lovely comment right here. Love you. Bye.